So good day everyone, and welcome to another YouTube video on Warframe. So today's video is one I'm really happy to do, as it is the next Tennogen introduction video, and we'll be covering a skin for the Zephyr frame. Now the reason I'm happy to do this specific video is because though I like Zephyr as a frame, I've never liked its original appearance, and so I've always hoped to find a good skin for the frame. Now when the Hagoromo skin came out, it was like the developer answered my request by bringing out a very nice skin for Zephyr. So as mentioned, the name of the Tennogen skin is Hagoromo. The name Hagoromo historically refers to a famous Japanese no-play, which translates to feather mantle. Now since the name has also been used quite often in anime, such as for a character in Naruto, as well as a character in Nurarihon no Mago, I am not sure which reference the developer chose. Though it does seem appropriate from the name of the no-play, since Zephyr is a bird-type aerial frame. Now the skin is made by the developer Hitsu-san, who also developed the Alata skin for MAG. And like the Alata skin, the Hagoromo skin is a full set covering both the body skin as well as the helmet. Okay, so as usual, before looking at the actual Tennogen skin itself, let's take a look at the default appearance for Zephyr. Now Zephyr, as mentioned, is a bird type frame, and many of its abilities are aerial based. And one of these abilities, Turbulence, makes it one of the most rugged frames in the game. And so one can imagine this makes the frame quite popular, especially for players playing in higher level missions. So the skin of the frame is appropriately designed to look like a bird. Now this part I have no problem with, and in fact the overall skin is quite appealing. Now the part I do have a problem with is the details of the skin itself. Now this is very much a personal opinion on my part, but I found that both the details in the design as well as the color combination to look somewhat unkept. So starting with the color combination, the frame uses very unusual colors for the default design. As Zephyr is supposedly a frame representing a noble fighting bird, I would have expected the colors and the pattern to be something closer to that of an eagle, falcon, hawk, or other birds of prey. Now for the detailed skin, however, the colors don't seem to match well, and the patterns make the color very muddled. This is especially noticeable in the upper torso area, where the ribcage almost appears separated from the torso, and the pink areas still almost look like exposed skin. And this just ends up reminding me of how a sick or injured bird may look. In addition to the colors, I have mentioned that the patterns look very muddled. Now the patterns look like they were run together and has almost an oily sort of appearance. Now this is especially noticeable in the shoulder area, where the colors flow like that of an oil slick. Again, though this is purely my opinion, the first impression I got of Zephyr was that of a bird that got caught in an oil slick and had become sick. Now, like with any other frame, you can change the colors of Zephyr's skin, and this of course can improve the appearance quite a bit, as the unusual colors are replaced by ones that do blend together much better. Now you can imagine that's what I did with Zephyr before getting the Tennogen skin replacement. And though this greatly improves the frame's colors, in my mind it did not help the mottled and oily appearance of the color patterns. Now once again, this is basically my opinion only, and many others may actually like the pattern of the default frame. And for those people, I do apologize for my comments. So as one looks at these different color schemes, one does see a great improvement in the appearance of Zephyr. And many of these can actually look quite pleasing. Wow, this one looks really good. Okay, so one last comment with regards to why I did get the Tennogen skin. Now, as the Warframe Tennos are space ninjas, I felt that they would sport a dark, shadowy sort of appearance to the frame. So for example, black with an accent of red is a favored colored combination for me. So if I were to color the frame the way I would expect the space ninjas to look, this black and red appearance would end up looking something like this for the default frame. Though this is not a bad look for Zephyr, this was not the appearance I wanted to see in her. The patterns were once again very jumbled and just seemed too disorganized for me. Now, even if I changed the arrangements of the black and red pattern, the overall kind of disorganized look did not really change, and the overall look just didn't meet my preference.
A fearsome appearance, operator. You will strike terror in your enemies.
Oh, well, I guess Ordis likes the look.
Tenno, there's a time-limited mission alert available. Check navigation.
Sorry, not now, Lotus. Okay, so now let's compare it with the new Tennogen Hagoromo skin. Okay, so here's the Hagoromo skin with its default colors in the actual game. Now as you can see, it's a very nice skin, and the details of the skin are no less complex than that of the original Zephyr skin. I mean, this is a very complex skin, both in the intricacies of its shape and the colors. However, with all its detail, I find that the color patterns flow better and is better balanced than that of the original frame design. You can especially see that in the torso area, where the details are still very intricate, but the color patterns seem to give a cleaner appearance. The lines on the skin are very clean, and you could see that in the shoulder area, where the patterns are no longer muddled. So the developer has somehow been able to retain the complexities of the skin while giving it a cleaner look. So the clean lines do give the frame less of a natural look, and possibly may remind people such as myself of a mech style look. However, in my opinion, this design reminds me more of a bird of prey style than that of the original design. I mean, Zephyr really looks like she was born to battle with this skin. Also, looking at the back of the frame, you can see that the designer retained her extremely detailed design found in the original skin. But once again, the clean lines and color balance make this section look better organized and possibly more aerodynamic. I mean, heck, some of the parts look like they came straight out of an Iron Man or one of the mobile suit designs. So the clean lines and patterns do seem to help resolve some of the problems I saw with the original design. One main problem for me was that the rib cage in the original design looked like it was sticking right out of the frame's body. Now in this case, possibly due to a cleaner look or the mech style appearance, the chest area now looks like Zephyr is sporting additional plating rather than the rib cage sticking out. This in turn makes the appearance cleaner and less strange. So the most noticeable change in Zephyr's appearance is in the helmet design. The designer did some significant modifications to Zephyr's helmet, and she no longer has the long beak, and her new helmet especially gives the overall appearance similar to that of a Gundam or Patlabor design. Now some people may get turned off by this design due to its reduced bird-like appearance, and this will be one of personal taste and judgment. Now for me, I really like the new helmet, though I also thought that it looked less like a bird myself. So in the end, regarding style, it may all boil down to whether one likes a more natural look of the original design, or a clean mechanized look of the new design. The new skin does make Zephyr look less like a bird and more like a battlesuit. Now the skin itself is very beautiful, and I do like the small detail modifications that the designer did, such as the changes he made in the trimmings at the back of Zephyr's head. Now this part has been transformed to look like a paper decoration, and once again this may make the frame look less natural, but I did like this design change, as I felt that this now looked very Japanese and fit the Hagoromo name. Okay, so much for the discussions in style. We can now look at the colors of the Hagoromo skin using the random color generator, as we often do. Now again, I may be beating a dead horse, but the colors do look clean. And also the finish is more satin-like and less shiny than the gloss look of the default skin. Wow. Now this one's interesting. It almost has an alien Mars sort of appearance. Kind of really made for battle sort of colors. A true Warframe color. Okay, so slight variation. Wow. This is pretty nice. And it does look even closer to that of a Gundam. Possibly we're looking at the new mobile suit look of the future. A true Gundam wing, maybe? Yeah, pretty nice. Okay. Ooh. I like this color. Ah, and the ever popular red and black. Okay, so as with the original default skin, for me, I wanted a shadowy ninja style look. So to compare, let's see what this skin looks like with a black color and red trimmings. Okay.
Strange. Ortis did not see the value of those photonic wavelengths until now.
Ah, Ortis, you just like everything, don't you? And now, though this is still a bit too reddish for me, I do like the color patterns better in this skin. So to make it more my style, let's see what it looks like if we move around the colors a bit. Okay, so get this red. Okay, so for my preference, this is exactly the look that I wanted. A dark shadow look of a ninja with just enough hint of red to make it stand out. Okay, so in the end, this became a very biased presentation from my perspective. And I apologize for that, but I did want to present the new skin just because I enjoyed it so much. So in closing, I would like to say that instead of listening to my biased opinion, I have put both frames up side by side so that you can make your own opinion and judgment. Now I have to say that when you look at the two together, the original does look more natural in style, and under these colors the frame has that demon assassin sort of look to it. On the other hand, the Hagoromo skin has a very tech and space style to it and may fit the space theme of Warframe. Again, it's up to you. So if you like the Zephyr frame as is, there really is no reason to look at any replacement skin. However, if you are like me and had some concern about the original skin's appearance, then you may find it useful to take a look at the replacement skin. Now there are other Zephyr skins available in the Tennogen market, and it may be worthwhile to look at all of them. Anyway, that's it for this video, and once again I hope you enjoyed it. If you found one skin to be of preference over the other, then please leave a comment in the section below. I thank you very much for watching the video, and as always, Jaya, nice day everyone.